Welcome to Kaywon Action Star. It's great to have you back here. And thank you for supporting this channel to grow by always tuning in when you see my post.
Sorry, we're closed. You've had enough. Go.
I haven't finished my drink.
Just finish the one you've got. You're not taking anything. I'm sorry about that.
No, wait.
So let's get right into it. The movie kicks off by introducing Damian Ivanov, the right-hand man to a big-time mobster named Vlad Ivanov, who runs the notorious Davini crime syndicate. Vlad and Damian are preparing for a deal with a drug dealer named Nikolai when they receive a call from Mikhail Surov, the leader of the Surov family. The Davini and Surovs are business partners, sharing control over Prague's criminal underworld. These two crime families dominate the city's drug and weapons trade, using Prague as their main base of operations. The scene shifts to a man named Ray Carver, who retrieves a suitcase from a dumpster in Russia before entering a building. Ray, a highly skilled hitman, is working for Mikhail, who has grown suspicious that Vlad and Damian have been secretly dealing drugs behind his back, violating their agreement. Mikhail orders Ray to eliminate Vlad and his crew. Taking position with a sniper rifle, Ray opens fire on Vlad and his men, causing chaos as bullets rain down. Nikolai manages to escape, and Damian survives by taking cover, but Vlad isn't so lucky. As soon as Damian figures out the shooter's location, he orders his men to track Ray down. However, Ray quickly makes his getaway, blending into the crowd after fighting off Damian's men. The next day, Damian calls Mikhail in a rage, vowing revenge for Vlad's assassination. Wasting no time, his men plant a bomb near Mikhail's car, blowing it up. Though Mikhail survives, he is livid upon learning that Ray didn't finish the job properly, leaving him and his family vulnerable to Damian's wrath. His brother, Bobby, suggests hiring a legendary hitman known as the Wolf. Though many believe the Wolf is just a myth, Bobby assures Mikhail that he is real and extremely dangerous. Bobby manages to track down the Wolf, who is actually a feared assassin named Alexei Andreev. After some negotiations, Bobby arranges a meeting between Alexei and Mikhail. Meanwhile, Alexei is busy collecting a debt from some gangsters. With his calm demeanor and relaxed approach, the thugs underestimate him, a fatal mistake. Without breaking a sweat, Alexei overpowers them, ensuring they pay up. Elsewhere, Ray meets another assassin, Leo Crosby. Leo, who works for Damian, offers Ray a new job: take out Mikhail and Bobby Surov. Even though Damian knows Ray was the one who killed Vlad, he is so impressed by Ray's skills that he is willing to pay double. The offer is too good to refuse, and Ray accepts without hesitation. Back at Mikhail's hideout, Alexei agrees to take the job. His mission is simple: wipe out Damian and his entire crew. He starts by going after Nikolai, Davini's key drug supplier. Alexei eliminates Nikolai's guards, sneaks into his house, and patiently waits for him to finish his swim before putting a bullet in him. Meanwhile, Ray is seen at a small cafe, enjoying his coffee, when he steps in to help the owner, Janice, who is being harassed by a drunk customer. During the scuffle, his jacket gets stained, and Janice insists on cleaning it. Though Ray initially refuses, he eventually gives in. As soon as she steps away, he quietly slips out of the cafe. Elsewhere, Grigory, one of Damian's top men, is having a good time gambling with his crew at his house. Their fun is cut short when Alexei shows up and wipes them all out. Meanwhile, Bobby is engaged in casual conversation with a woman when Ray suddenly appears. Now working for Damian, Ray walks right up to Bobby and shoots him on the spot, ending both the conversation and Bobby's life instantly. Seeing his brother gunned down, Mikhail is enraged and swears revenge. Damian soon gets a call from one of his remaining men, informing him that Nikolai, Grigory, and the rest of their crew have been wiped out. This only fuels Damian's determination to destroy the Surov family once and for all. The next day, Ray is caught off guard when Janice unexpectedly shows up at his apartment to return the jacket he left at her cafe. Curious, Ray asks how she managed to find him. Janice explains that she found an envelope in his jacket pocket with his address on it. Meanwhile, Mikhail captures Leo and interrogates him, demanding to know who was behind Bobby's murder. Trying to protect Ray, Leo feeds Mikhail false information. On the other side, Ray is busy plotting Mikhail's assassination, but his plan is thrown off when Alexei unexpectedly shows up, clearly aware of Ray's presence. At the same time, Damien learns that the person responsible for taking out Nikolai and his crew is none other than the Wolf, the feared Russian assassin. Determined to deal with the problem himself, Damien sets out to find and eliminate the Wolf before it's too late. One day, Janice drops by Ray's apartment for a brief visit. She seems drawn to him, but Ray remains guarded, knowing more about her than he lets on. Then, Ray gets an urgent warning call from Leo, telling him to get out of his apartment immediately. Mikhail and his men are coming. Leo confesses that he was forced to give up Ray's location to save his own life. Ray, however, isn't surprised. He knew this would happen sooner or later. Meanwhile, Janice accidentally stumbles into Ray's study and discovers a shocking truth: Ray is a hitman. Worse, she finds out that Ray was the one who killed her father. With no way to deny it, Ray can only watch as Janice, heartbroken and furious, rushes out of his apartment. Not long after, Alexei arrives at Ray's place with one goal: to kill him. A brutal fight breaks out between the two skilled assassins. After an intense struggle, Ray manages to overpower Alexei but surprisingly chooses not to kill him. Instead, he takes off, leaving Alexei confused as to why he was spared. Back at his own hideout, Alexei barely has time to process what happened before Damien and his men storm in, hoping to finish him off. However, Alexei is always one step ahead. Anticipating the ambush, he turns the tables and eliminates every last one of them. The next day, Ray gets a call from Leo, informing him that Mikhail has summoned him to Janice's cafe. Worried about both Janice and Leo's safety, Ray rushes over, seemingly accepting his fate, but he has a plan. As soon as he arrives, he launches an attack on Mikhail's men. Leo fights alongside him, but in the chaos, he ends up getting killed. Ray finally comes face to face with Mikhail, who is holding Janice hostage. Determined to save her, Ray mows down Mikhail's remaining men before confronting him. Mikhail, using Janice as leverage, demands that Ray drop his weapon. Just as Mikhail is about to shoot Ray, Alexei appears out of nowhere and takes Mikhail out in an instant. Without saying much, Alexei grabs a bag of cash and walks away. A few days later, Ray returns home to find Alexei already there, waiting for him in the dimly lit apartment. The tension in the room is thick, but there's no immediate hostility, just curiosity. Alexei, still perplexed by Ray's decision, finally breaks the silence and asks, "Why did you let me live?" Ray, leaning against the doorframe, simply responds, "Killing you wasn't part of the contract." Alexei studies him for a moment, trying to read between the lines, but Ray's expression gives nothing away. For a man who had built his reputation on being ruthless and efficient, sparing an enemy was an unusual move. Alexei sighs, tossing his jacket onto the nearby chair. He admits that after years of taking orders, eliminating targets, and surviving one bloodbath after another, he's grown tired of the life he leads. He's been nothing more than a tool, used by different crime lords, discarded when no longer needed. He realizes that Ray, despite his cold demeanor, sees things the same way. The two men, both hardened killers with no real attachments left, have been playing a game that only ends in death. They sit in silence for a moment, both reflecting on what their futures might look like. Alexei finally speaks again, suggesting that they walk away from the business for good. But Ray shakes his head. "We walk away, someone else takes our place. The cycle never ends." That's when the idea takes shape: if they can't escape the cycle, they'll break it. Instead of running, they'll do what no one else has dared to: wipe out every crime boss, every corrupt politician, every piece of the machine that keeps Prague's underworld running. They won't be tools anymore, they'll be the ones pulling the strings. Alexei smirks, intrigued by the idea, but he knows it won't be easy. Every organization, every gang, every hitman still standing will be coming for them. They'll be outnumbered, outgunned, and constantly hunted. But for the first time in years, the challenge excites them. Ray pours 2 glasses of whiskey, handing one to Alexei. They clink their glasses together, sealing the unspoken deal. The hunt was over, now they were the predators. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more if you haven't done that. Put down your comments below to let me know what you think about the turn of events in this story. Also give my video a thumbs up to motivate me. Share this video for others too to enjoy. And see you on my next recap. Cheers.